If your business feels like you're just winging it, you're not alone. Myself and other business owners that I used to work with, we just did things off the top of our head and it felt like pure chaos. So today I want to help you with a very quick and easy way to make your very first standard operating procedure for anything that you do in the business, just to get started. That way you can take all the crazy things that you do over and over again and really systematize it. And this is going to be very easy. It's not going to be this crazy template that you got to build out. This is just going to be your first one, and it will get more complicated as you go, but I always believe in starting simple. When you're the only person that knows how to do a task, you trap yourself. Because when you want to go grow, hire someone on, or even have a week off, you'll end up getting pulled back into the mess because you're the only one that knows how to do it. And the only one knows how to do it the way that you want to do it. A few simple SOPs for your business is really going to help break you from that insanity and hopefully just systematize and really set you on a path for scaling. SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedures, and this is simply just a checklist or a list of procedure of how you complete a task. And this is going to really help you break away from babysitting all the time for all the tasks that are involved with your business when you're trying to grow and when you're trying to scale. Most people never create an SOP because they just overthink it. They're thinking it's going to be like a 50-page long thing with a bunch of lawyer jargon in it and everything, and it does not have to be that way. The focus for this video is keep it simple. It needs to be so simple that it almost seems silly. But keeping it simple is the best way to just start. Otherwise, you will never do it and you'll always be stuck in that loop of overthinking it. All right, let's walk through how you do your first SOP. So you're going to want to start with something small, something that's 10 minutes or less. It can be anything. It can be invoicing, opening up the shop, posting a product online, anything that you're doing for your business. I'm not sure what business you're in, but start there. You want to start small because small wins build big systems. Next, we're going to use a little bit of a trick. Don't sit down and start typing it all out yet, because what you're going to have is this perfect picture inside your head of how you hope that it's going to go or how you think that it needs to go perfectly. What we're going to do is we're going to do what I'm doing here. Go and grab a camera, phone, recorder, whatever it is, and actually record yourself doing the task, talking it out loud in real time, and you'll see how long it actually takes. You'll see the steps that you take, and you might even catch some inefficiencies. But this really captures the true essence of what you do when you do the task. After you're done recording, go and pull all the bullet points. As you were talking through, you'll notice key factors or key points, key steps that you are doing. Break those down into bullet points and just make it very simple. So what you're going to do as an example, say one step is step 1, open QuickBooks. Step 2, click the button, add new invoice. Step 3, add a new customer. And then step 4, save an email or just save. And that would be your very first SOP. That's it. It's that simple. But that's one step or procedure that you do repeatedly that you want to be able to hand to someone without saying a word, and they would be able to do it flawlessly. If they can do that, you've succeeded in your very first SOP. Now, I said that it was simple, but just a 10-minute or less task can become a really daunting SOP if you try describing every little detail. So whenever you can, try using some images, because we really process images a lot better than words. Rather than trying to describe exactly where to click or what to click, maybe a screenshot or a picture of your shop, circle the location of grab something from here or click here on the screenshot, will make it go way faster and be way more clear and really condense your SOP so it doesn't turn into that 50-page lawyer jargon written out procedure for a 10-minute thing. It keeps it clean, keeps it simple. Now, I already referenced this, but now's the time to actually test it. You want to be able to take that, hand it to somebody, and see if they could do it without asking you 1,000 questions. Actually test somebody running through your SOP, and if they complete it correctly and in a timely fashion. And if they do, you succeeded. If not, no big deal. It's super simple. See where the errors were and fix it. That's the whole fun of optimization. You'll never have it perfect the first time. Just start. And then where you see some delinquencies or some discrepancies, you can go in there, tweak it, make it better. So when I first started out myself, I really thought standard operating procedures were for big companies and for big operations. And I actually found out pretty early in an instance where it was just myself and a real estate owner working their business, trying to figure out how could they scale. And they were rather small. Like I said, it was just them and me. So when we first started getting into doing transactions and things like that, realizing that the mass amount of information and processes that we had to go through, there was just so much going on. Things were getting slipped, just trying to remember it all memorized, like, oh, this is where we're at on this thing, and this is where we're at this. Whereas if we wanted more or wanted to take on and wanted to grow, we had to make sure everything was one and done. We were able to do something, walk away, and go repeat it at a different stage on a different transaction. So where we'd be at multiple different stages and multiple different transactions. So that's where I really sat down and created my first standard operating procedure for how we were going to process a transaction, built it out, put it in play, built the program, and then followed it. And we were able to take the time that was really just kind of seemed like chaos for one transaction, really able to multiply it into multiple clients, all going at the same time. And it was just as efficient as when we used to do it out of our head for one single client. So that's the first time I started to really see the scalability of SOPs. All right, so next I want to talk about where to store this thing. You can go one of two ways. If you're very tactile and you want the physical form, you can print it out and just have it somewhere in your office for people to be able to find. Or if you're more digital, such as myself, you can use something like Google Drive or any kind of cloud-based server. You might even have your own company server that you'd be able to save it. Just keep it really easy to find, because easy makes it easily implemented. And this is an advanced tip, but if you start building out these SOPs in enough clarity, you could almost use these to help with onboarding, specifically when you're bringing in people to replace you when you're scaling up, or you may have just lost an employee and replacing that employee. You have all these standard operating procedures, able to just hand them, and it really speeds up the training and it really gets them in mode and clicked in with how your business operates by having these, and keeps it very consistent. So when there's a change of guard or changing of hands, it's still handled the same way. And that's one of the best parts is with scaling, you're going to hire. You want to be able to train, and you want to be able to train quickly and efficiently. And it is so important that I hit this again. Done is better than perfect. Do not get hung up on trying to make all these systems perfect or have every system done right now. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Don't think of systematizing or making an SOP for your entire business all right now, because you're going to get locked up. Start simple, start small. Over time, you'll optimize, you'll make it better, because done is better than perfect. Otherwise, you won't have one at all. So that's the worst thing you possibly do. Just start small, start simple, and don't worry about perfect. It will get perfect over time, I promise. So if you want to feel like you're not winging it anymore, or feel like you're stuck or getting overwhelmed, I highly advise start creating SOPs. Start implementing in your business. If you're in early stages, small, medium-sized business, start implementing them. If you're not using them now, I promise you it'll be the first step you take towards being able to scale. You will notice the difference. It will really take a lot off your mind. It'll take a lot off your plate, a lot of draining energy from you, rather than having to focus on all these things or constantly staying up at night. I had this problem all the time of just laying there, not knowing what I forgot, but I felt like I forgot something and I did not know what it was. This really helps take that away. So you sleep better at night, or as good as a business owner can. There's always something that you're thinking about, but I promise you this is a great first step. I would love to hear what your first SOP is going to be for, what task it is. If you drop it in the comments below, I'll even help you with the first 3 steps. I love to get involved. I love to optimize. So start the conversation, throw it in the comments. And if you're interested in more optimizing and scaling conversations around small and medium-sized businesses, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to continue to be putting videos out, and hopefully it'll help you.